The 9th of November, Drunken Fantasy ready to be launched tomorrow morning about 7 o'clock. We've got a big trip from Yarrawonga to Yarrawonga and back up to Yarrawonga again, about 2 weeks trip. Here's a redback made by Ken and Lee Mills. That will actually be launched this afternoon and will tie up waiting for me to come down tomorrow morning. Carl Keynes and Barbara Keynes on gallivanting are already at the boat ramp, come up from Waganya yesterday, and Cliff, in his boat Lost the Plot, will be coming later on tonight. This is our planned trip from Yarrawonga to Majors Creek boat ramp near Yarrawonga and return again. It starts at Yarrawonga, chart number 19 on the River Charts book, goes down to chart number 4, which is 112 kilometres in total, and then we turn around and come back up to Yarrawonga, which gives us a total travelling time or a distance of 224 kilometres. We took exactly 2 weeks to do it. Going through the Narrows was a challenge, but we managed to get through there. Come up windy on the last day, and it was a bit of a challenge to get the boats out, but not too bad. Approximately halfway between Waganya and Yarrawonga is a place called the Narrows. It's where the river divides into two. It's on chart number 9 of the River of Islands chart book. It divides here and it's approximately 8 kilometres and comes out back up here where the river joins into one again. The recommended travel is the southern route, which is known as the Narrows. The northern route is very shallow, very snaggy, and not recommended for large boats like houseboats. We did manage to get through there and back up again. I had been through there 3 times before. The river was actually higher on those occasions and got through quite easy. This time it was a bit of a challenge. We scraped a few snags and scraped across a few sandbars, but we managed to get through okay. So anyway, that's the Narrows, if anybody's interested. Okay, here's the gallivanting, made by Carl and Barbara Keynes. Already waiting for our big trip which starts tomorrow morning. Just directly ahead up there, that's the main part of the Murray River. A bit around to the left there, that's the Anna branch coming in. Tomorrow, when the other boats are ready, we will head off down in this direction towards Waganya and further down towards Yarrawonga. The river has dropped a little bit since we looked at it last, but I think it's on the way back up again now, so hopefully we'll be okay. Okay, we've taken off this morning.
It must be Monday. Slower here because I'll slow down to 5.
People chattering on the radio there. Just taken off, it's about 9:30 a.m. We're only going for about an hour today.
1400 revs, see what happens.
Yeah, radio again. Yeah, we're only going about an hour. We're going to camp on a sandbar down here. Okay. Very pleasant day today. Nice and sunny. Too cold. We're only sitting on 1200 revs, and the current's pretty strong. We're doing between 6 to 7 kilometres an hour. So flying pretty fast at the moment. I think the river only went up about an inch last night. A lot of these poles have been put on the outside corners to protect for erosion, I suppose. Flood and speedboats as well. The GPS I use is just one of those portable ones you use for a car. A little picture of a car there on it as well, but it's suitable to give you a rough idea of the river, but also mainly to give you my speed. You see we're doing 5.1 k an hour now. We're a bit out of the current, so we're slowing down a bit. All 3 boats following, redback, gallivanting and Lost the Plot following up. Drunken Fantasy in the lead today, not far away from our first night's camp. Wednesday the 12th of November. We'll be heading downstream today towards Waganya. Probably only go about 20 k's. Just Probably start off about, I don't know, 9 o'clock or something. Beautiful day today, unlike yesterday. Wind gusts and rain. There we go, there's the redback down there. I'll walk down and get a picture of the other ones. There's the redback with Captain Ken having a coffee. Hey, wave, Ken.
Cheers.
He's gallivanting. Can't see any movement yet, but I'm sure they're up. There's lost the plot. We'll get him squared away for takeoff in about an hour's time. Can't see anyone there. Hang on, put your head out there, Cliff. Are you there? Must be a bit shy. There he goes, Captain Cliff, getting ready to take off this morning about 9 o'clock. Gallivanting, backing out, getting ready for the downstream trip. We'll come around here in a minute this way. There's redback backing out. Comes gallivanting downstream, heading towards Corowa today. Won't go all the way, probably 20 k's or so. Not a bad campsite further down. We'll probably get to Waganya on Thursday. Gallivanting's horn. Redback about to turn around to go downstream. Here he goes. Here comes redback. Flag flying. Heading downstream. Going second today. Gallivanting's already left. Redback next. Lost the plot next. And Drunken Fantasy will follow up the rear. Got his horn going. Lost the plotters backed out. Gonna turn around in a minute and start coming downstream as well, and then we'll start the motor up and follow them all. Okay, here comes Lost the Plot. Current's pretty strong this morning. River went up again overnight, probably about 2 inches. Probably gone about 8 or so inches up since we left Yarrawonga, which is good. Yeah, this horn's working. Boys are a bit ahead of me. I just seen them going around that corner ahead, so they're not that far ahead of me. We're doing between 7 and 8k an hour and 1800 revs. Occasionally we go up to 9k when we get in a bit of current. A few caravans are set up over here. Done a bit of work on a bit of a wall there. A bit of an inlet there for their boats. Like a nice spot to stay. Except it's private land and we wouldn't be welcome, but otherwise it's nice. Boys have already turned that corner to the left there. We're not far up behind them. A better view of those caravans. Permanently there by the look of them. Done a lot of work on the bank there. Oh, a bit of a boat ramp there as well. Someone's got a bit of a camp there, a little bit of a caravan on the other side of that shed. On the New South Wales side. Yeah, river's definitely getting a bit wider. Current's slowing down a little bit as well. Funny place to put a chair up the tree there. So that was the result of the last flood. Boat's way up ahead, you might not be able to see it. Lost the plot, just going around the corner. That's the entrance to Murphy's Creek. If you've got a canoe, you can actually go through there and around and join up the Murray later, but obviously not a suitable spot for a houseboat to go. I have been through there in a canoe, it's quite good. Little spot in there, private property, little shed there. I know he has allowed canoeists to stay in that shed over past years, property owner. We don't need to stop there today. We're probably only, I don't know, half an hour, 3/4 an hour away from our stop tonight, heading down to Waggunya. Okay, it's 11:26. Finally reached our destination for the night. This clip tying up, lost the plot. Here's a redback, Captain Ken tying up. There's Lee back there supervising. Very good. Through there you can see Drunken Fantasy. The Scurvy crew walking up the beach. And further back,
Shut the windows and the doors. That was like
there's gallivanting.
put the blanket up there.
All tied up for the rest of the day.
It's nice in the sun though.
A bit of lunch, put the rods out and relax. Yeah, nice fire going tonight. Quite a pleasant night, changed from last night, which was very windy. The Drunken Fantasy over here. Gallivanting over here. We've got redback hiding behind that little tree there. And further around, we have lost the plot.
There's no sign on
It's Thursday, the 13th of November. Gallivanting pulling out. Heading downstream. Other boats to follow shortly. Goes redback. Following behind gallivanting. Other two boats will head off shortly. About 8:30, just heading off. We're going a little bit faster today. We want to try and get to Waggunya before lunchtime. So probably sitting on around about the 10k an hour, just to make sure we make good time. Probably got about 25 or so kilometres to go, so we'll be there pretty soon. Gallivanting and redback took off earlier. This is Drunken Fantasy being followed by Lost the Plot. Like someone set up camp on the Victorian side. fishing boats there. Bringing up the rear. Semi-permanent campsite on the river there. That's on the Victorian side. Cruising along about 10k an hour, doing about 2400 revs. New bridge coming up, getting close to Corowa now. Coming into Corowa pretty soon. There's another houseboat up there. Standing at the rowing club on the Corowa side of the river. Across there is the what's known as the Willows free camp at Waganya. Coming into view there is the Redback. Further down is the Gallivanting. A little bit further downstream, where the water's a bit deeper, we've got Drunken Fantasy and then Lost the Plot. We're staying today and heading off tomorrow towards Yarrawonga. Standing on the old Corowa Bridge looking upstream. That entrance there is the entrance to the lagoon. At the end of that lagoon is the Corowa boat ramp, quite a good ramp actually. Away from the current, no wind. This bridge vibrates a bit when there's a car going over it. Saturday the 15th, about 9:30 AM. Just heading further down towards Yarrawonga. I won't be getting there today, probably 20-25 k's. Boat in front is the Lost the Plot, followed by Redback, and no, sorry, that's Gallivanting. Right up the front there, if you can see it, that's Redback. Drunken Fantasy following up the area. River dropped a couple of inches last night, but not too bad still. Hopefully it doesn't keep dropping. Sitting on 1600 revs, doing between 7 and 8k an hour going downstream, which is fast enough on the Murray. As they say, no hurry on the Murray. Probably be 3 hours cruising this morning, or maybe a bit more. Down South Corowa area now. That's the town boat ramp down here. Just coming onto a couple of houseboats. There's a lot more houseboats down here now than when I used to live down here 50 odd years ago. Very nice houses on the river down here now. Chair up a tree, hopefully from the floods. This is the Corowa Common there. That's the common beach we used to swim on when we were kids. Comes out a little bit, not a bad campsite either. Although I think you're not allowed to camp there these days. Day trippers only. There's a red bank up there. On the other side of that bank, straight ahead, is the Corowa Golf Club. 27-hole golf club, really quite a good club. Haven't played them myself. Just see the golf club clubhouse just between the trees, just above that red bank there. Just the right hand side of where that bank comes down used to be a good redfin fishing spot back in the day. More campers on the Victorian side. It is Saturday. I've come for a weekender, I'd say. This reserve is
It's big lodge, but it's also planned.
Got about 1.6 metres of water under me, but a bit of a sandbar up here. Stick close to the sandbar, keep out of the current, gives a bit more speed. No fish last night. Didn't even take any prawns off the shrimp off the hook. Nobody lost any bait last night at all. And that shrimp nets didn't catch any shrimp either, so obviously the fish aren't there because the shrimp aren't there. Coming up here is the entrance to the Chinaman's Lagoon. It's called that because after the end of the gold rush, Chinamen came here and had market gardens along the lagoon in the late 1800s, early 1900s. We always knew it was Chinaman's Lagoon, but if you look at it on the map, I think it actually says Dairy Lagoon. This spot here just coming up, when the river gets higher, water flows in there into Lake Moodamere. Victorian side. Hard to see it from here though. Campers along here. That's a pretty popular stretch along there, I think, on the Victorian side. Being a weekend, there'll be a few more campers yet. A few campers. This Stanton's Bend, I think. Other boats have gone ahead. No sign of them now. We'll catch them later. The current's slowed down a bit now. We'll probably get the influence of the Yarrawonga weir. Just beef the revs up a little bit. Get the speed. I'm doing over 8k an hour now, so quite a nice looking beach there. So they made a bit of a pergola thing there, a little tarp on the top. Could be private property, I'd say, not sure. Where the river divides into two. It goes up past the Wagon Wheel Reserve. We have to go to the left, which is the main part of the river. It's around here. And the narrows now, very narrow. We got down to 0.5 a metre at one stage. Very snaggy, very shallow, very narrow. Been through here twice before without too much trouble. Just coming out of the narrows now, I think up ahead, entrance to the main part of the river where the river joins up again. Please the narrows behind us, a bit hairy in places. Occasionally had to thread the needle between a snag on one side, a sandbar on the other. And just toward the end we just recently hit a bit of a snag. Didn't see it, didn't do any damage, only a small one. Be nice to get back into the main joined up river, a bit wider, a bit deeper. This is the other channel coming in to join us, coming down on that side. The river's just rejoining. Back to a good river again. Can relax now. Very hairy going through the narrows. Sunday the 16th, just pushed off again, heading towards Yarrawonga. Not going to get there tonight, but only going to go 15 k's or so. There's a boat coming now, so a little bit different to yesterday. Consistently got 6 metres of water under me here. Going through that narrows yesterday, I was lucky to have a metre under me most of the way. Alarm was kept going off. Still up pretty badly that now at the moment. But we're okay now. Heading into Yarra. Just coming up is the entrance to the lagoon. You go down to that lagoon there, you come to a place called a shanty, which is a little house. I think that used to be a B&B at one stage. Not sure if it still is though. Just up along there. When you come up a bit back there, a bit lumpy, but it's turned the corner. It's quite calm there now. Just in the distance we can see Lost the Plot going around the corner there. There's a better view of the homestead there. People up there camping, enjoying the Sunday weekend. It's an island coming up, but we're going to go to the right of that. Take a bit of a shortcut, which I think is quite doable. Soon find out if it's not. Been going for about an hour this morning already. In places the river gets quite rough where the wind comes through, but go around the corner then it gets calm again. I think we might be another hour or so away from where we plan to camp tonight. We've camped there a few times before, it's not a bad spot. Providing it's not taken by campers. It is a Sunday. Looks like there's private property there. There's a sign. There's a sign up here to tell you that it's private property, keep out. Okay, pulled up for the night. Bit squishy here. Speedboat just upstream took one of the spots off us. The 3 boats got in here. The redback had to go to another spot a little bit, about 100 or 200 yards further upstream. The redback settled in, a little bit upstream of the other boats. There's not room enough down there for all 4 boats, but they're not far away. Ken's doing a bit of gardening there, making a few steps to get up to the bank. Here's the redback all tied up, nice and comfy. We'll see if we'll go inside, see if we can get a walk through, so you get an idea of what the redback's like inside. We'll go see Captain Ken and see if he's allowed inside. Here we go, we're going to go walk through. He's cooking lunch at the moment. To the top of the gang, have a look. There's the gangplank. Walk up. Front deck area. Okay, just walking up the gangplank. I've redback. See if I can do that without falling off. Quite a big front deck. Front door leading into the cabin. There's Lee back there cooking lunch. What do we have for lunch, Lee?
Oh, this is actually dinner.
Dinner? Oh, dinner. Okay. There's Captain Ken supervising.
Yeah, otherwise.
That's the captain's chair there. Back through the front door here. There's the kitchen area there. Sink. And stove up there. This is the table and chair set, which converts to a double bed when ready. And just over here past Lee on the right hand side is a toilet area,
Sorry,
which we'll check out. No one on the toilet, is there?
No.
Here's the toilet area. Shower is actually on the back deck. A little hand basin there. We can see, there it is. We'll check out the back deck now. Okay, here's the back deck area where Ken catches all those cod. I actually think Lee catches them, and Ken just says he does. That's a bin there. And the 30 horse 2-stroke Mercury outboard pushes it all along very fast as well. There's the back deck. This is the gallivanting. There's a front deck there with Captain Carl there. We're just going to do a bit of a walkthrough, and Carl can point out the details of it all. Coming around. I just go up the steps now at the front door. Just walking through the steps. On the left hand side here is a captain's chair. All gauges, a steering wheel. The first mate sits over here on the right hand side. We're just going down the steps now into the cabin. That's the lounge there. It actually comes out, joins that other one to make a double queen size bed. It slips out there like that.
Large single.
Yeah, large single or a double. There. Well done.
This one is a single, a narrow single, or a large single.
Or a large single, yeah.
And the dinette.
Dinette there. We'll go through the bedroom area into the kitchen area now.
The galley.
Here we go, into the galley, yeah. Alright.
Fridge, freezer.
Right, fridge freezer there.
Workbench, microwave oven.
We're going to have a little microwave and a... So we got microwave there. And on the other side of the kitchen you've got the, what's that, Carl? A Coleman, is it?
It's a Coleman dual fuel.
Dual fuel. Stove.
We've got the solar controller up there.
Right.
Range hood.
Well, the range hood and the cupboards above. Range hood above the stove. Very domesticated. And across here you've got your kitchen, your sink area.
Sink. Fresh
Sink.
water.
Fresh water coming in, yeah.
River water.
River. Oh, fresh and river water, yeah. And up above, more cupboards overhead.
Lights and stuff.
Yeah.
And drawers down the side.
So just out the back, we've got the shower area here. Hot water system outside, Carl, is it?
Outside, yeah.
Outside.
This is a composting toilet here.
Composting toilet.
Yeah. So it has a separator.
Right.
And it just tucks away in here out of the way. And it has a fan to suck out any moisture.
Okay.
And the dunnies.
Dunny rolls there. Yeah.
Sawdust and stuff is in there. And the dunny rolls behind that. And then you come out here.
Now I want to go out through the toilet to the back deck. Righto, first what have we got here? We've got a Mercury 50 horse Mercury 4-stroke, which is run very well. Here's more of the back deck. Rods set up on the back deck. There's the 2 rods off either side. It's a fish cleaning area there. Might be wishful thinking, but clean a few fish there, haven't you, Carl?
Yeah, clean fish on that works really well.
Yeah.
And it just comes out, goes to the back of the home.
All right, and then we've got over here.
Hot water system.
Right, this is where the hot water system is for the boat.
The pump.
The pump area. And we've got a roof over. Yes. What's that up there?
That's the reversing cameras.
Oh, okay, reversing camera.
Power points for
Power
the
points, yeah.
anchor light and stuff.
Okay. And that's the river. It's the river going down that way. You'll find Yarrawonga, downstream. And that's the way we come earlier today.
Everybody on the water?
Yes. Yes.
Balls into it.
Monday the 17th, just taking off. It's about 9:30. We're gallivanting up ahead, lost the plot. Drunken Fancy, and bringing up the rear is Redback. We should be at the Majors Creek boat ramp by about lunchtime, which will stay the night there, and then turn around and come back upstream. Here we've got a marker, 2,226 kilometres to the mouth of the Murray. Turning sharp to the left here. A couple of boats in front, already around the corner. We're in the dam proper now. There's no current at all now. Up the upper reaches of the Yarrawonga Weir, or Whaler Lake, whatever you want to call it. There's the boats up there. Opening up a bit now. Get a bit of overcast weather. It's a bit chilly today. Started out nice and sunny. Turning a bit cold. The skiers out a minute ago. On top of me, I'm wearing a coat. There, they're out skiing. Another mile marker coming up. 2,024 kilometres to the mouth of the Murray. First of the boys coming up down here. Keep the red on the right, green on the left. I think that's right. Not far there. We have to keep an eye on where the old channel of the Murray was within the dam. Got to follow that channel. Could get a bit shallow otherwise in places. The first of the markers here. Basically going downstream, so we've got to keep the red on our right hand side. Or nautical people would say the starboard side. Those houses up there are the outskirts of the town called Barranduda. On the Victorian side there. Goes fair backwards there. Boats going around there. We're not far away actually from our destination. There's a swan there. Your bum's sticking up. See if he comes up for us. Here he is. He comes up. There he is. Redback. Bringing up the rear. Barranduda and the boat ramp, which went past the boat ramp back there. Flag flying in the wind. Yeah, the further we get in, the wider the river gets. The dam branches in all directions. I imagine once we get into the dam proper, it'll be very choppy, a bit windy today. In front of us there. I assume you'll get out of the way. Otherwise we'll be having swan fatigue tonight. Better go around him, take a basic manoeuvres. Houses over there. Back into Barranduda, coming into Yarrawonga. Can go through a little cutting there. I think we've been through it before, but today we're actually going to go around that way. The other boats have already turned the corner. Okay, 11:45. Finally arrived at Majors Creek boat ramp. There's a flag flying above Redback there. She's very windy. Redback, there's the truck. What is it? Lost the plot. There it is. Very choppy on the dam today. Tying up was a bit of a challenge with the wind trying to blow your boat around, trying to tie up the ropes. Finally all got settled alright. A bit cold, windy night on the sound of it. Maybe it'll blow over, hopefully. So choppy back there at Majors Creek Boat Ramp. We've decided to turn around early. We won't leave tomorrow. We've left now. We'll go back to in the river where we camped last night. A lot more protected from the wind. So here we go. Probably a couple more hours cruising back upstream now.